right? Then we have seen how to use different type of tools, how you can make a chatbot, how you can create a website. So far, we have covered these many topics, right? Now, today we are going to focus on your career, how you can build your professional network, how you can build your brand, how you can create your resume. All these things we are going to cover today. So, there are total 6 modules which we are going to cover today. First is professional
ఇప్పుడే స్టార్ట్
social
చేస్తారా?
network. Second is create your profile. Third, adding educational
మేము
history.
పెట్టుకుంటాం.
Create your
బయటికి కనబట్టి క్లారిటీ ఉండదు.
guys, please be on mute. Sorry, today we are not using the Zoom account due to some technical issue. We need to shift to Microsoft Teams. I know it's a new platform and a lot of things are happening on the platform. So please try to join on the Microsoft Teams. Please ask your friends to join on Teams, right? Very soon we'll start the session. So just be patient for a couple of more minutes and we'll start the session at 10:30. Okay, let's wait for 5 more minutes. In today's session, we'll help you how to build your resume. Okay, and live with us, you can create your resume. You need to submit your resume. We'll look at it and share the feedbacks also. Okay, so a lot of things, lot of activities we are going to do. And then again, last week we have took a session on chatbot, right? You can use a React button. Tell me how many of you have made the chatbot last week. Go to the React button and show me the reactions. Okay, Teja, you did it. Okay. What about others? Okay, great. So there is a reaction button, guys. You can use it and show your reaction. Okay. Wonderful, wonderful. So last week, many of you have done the chatbot creation, web development. Now, today we'll see how to build your resume. At the end of the session, we need your resume. You need to submit your resume. You need to submit a website and you also need to submit a chatbot. Okay, it's gonna be a very practical training. So we are going to cover all those aspects. Okay. Let's wait for 3-4 more minutes and
ఈ
then we'll
రోజు
start
అనుకోండి
the
లాస్ట్
session.
సెషన్ ఇది. అనుకుంటా 6 వీక్స్ అయిపోయిందా?
Thank you, guys. Please wait for 2 more minutes and then we'll start. We can see 200 students already joined. Generally, we take the training for 300, 350 like that. So let's wait for a couple of more minutes and then we'll start the session. Okay, Devashish, let's start the session. Guys, we are starting the session. In meantime, if you can connect with your friends, with your colleagues, please ask them to join quickly as we are going to start the session. We are already got delayed due to the technical issues. So without wasting much time, we are starting the session. Okay. So how many of you know what is resume? Show me a reaction. Okay. A lot of you know resume, right? And many of you already have your resume with you, right? Because for the internship, for the college, for different type of institutions, when you apply, many times you need your professional resume, right? So we are going to discuss those things today, how you can build a professional resume, how you can enhance it, what are the things which you need to follow for creating your profile, what you don't need to do, what type of things you need to avoid. All those things we are going to discuss in today's session. So Debashish sir is going to start the session with the PPT. Please cooperate. Today is the new platform, so a lot of challenges might face, but we'll try to make it as interactive as possible. And you can write your queries in the chat section. We are reading your chats and definitely will support with the chat. Okay, over to you, Debashish sir.
Good morning, everyone. Kindly give a thumbs up if you are able to hear me properly. There is no obstruction. You are able to hear clearly. Thank you. Thank you for the confirmation. Okay. Okay. So this is a different type of session because nowadays, when we are focusing on learning new skills, it is also important for us to also create our personal profile, not only a resume-based profile, but also a profile which can help us stand out in the crowd when we are communicating with the peers in any of the platform. So most of you would be aware of some social media platforms where you get an understanding on whom to connect in order to get a better opportunity. So some of the platforms are referred to as LinkedIn or Glassdoors. So these are some of the platforms where once you share your information or once you share your profiles, the peers who are interested in that specific type of profile can connect with you, based on which you can create a better connection, which can increase your chances uh, to get selected in any of the companies who are working on that type of field that you are interested in. So this is what we have done is we have divided this session into some six parts. So these more information related to that, we will be sharing a learning plan, which once you go through that, you will get a better understanding on how these things operate and how you can make most use of that. So this is we have divided it into professional social networks. After that, creating a profile, adding education, history, creating experiences, creating your skill sections, and at the last, AI resume generations. So there are multiple ways to do all these things, but the first five things are very much important when you are moving forward in terms of either changing a job or maybe searching for a new job. So as in the previous sessions, we understood about generative AI. We got a basic understanding on how you can use generative AI in order to work on certain platforms or maybe create a certain application. And also, you did a course by which, upon completion, all of you received a certification for that. Just to get a clarification, how many of you have received certification on related to the first session that we have conducted and the learning plan we have shared? How many of you have received the certification? So you can give a thumbs up or you can write in the chat as well, so that we can get an understanding on how many of you have completed the course, the 3 modules that were provided. You can get to the chat and check. Okay. Uh, So in order, those who haven't completed, kindly make sure you complete it, because you will get a certification from IBM related to the completion of generative AI fundamentals. So it is important because that type of certification you can add it in your profiles, social media profiles. So that way it will be easier for you, to access few things, and also make sure that whenever your resume is prepared, those things are categorized under the skills and the certifications earned. Because whenever somebody checks out the resume, they directly feed your resume into the ATS machine. So ATS is a platform where your resumes are being scanned based on the job description. So that also we'll be discussing in the further sessions when we are moving forward with that. So that is why certifications and skills related topics are very much important to add in your profiles. So make sure you always do that. So once we start working on that, I will also show you on how you can make use of LinkedIn also. And with the help of LinkedIn, you would be able to also get an understanding on how to use the LinkedIn platform into creating a certain document, which can be later transferred it into a generative AI, where we can reframe and create our ATS friendly resume, so that it is easier for us. So whenever we are getting any job description for a company, we can rebuild our resume related to that and share it with them. So, professional social networks and work brand generally refers to the part where these are the platforms where it is generally used to connect with employers, peers, or mentors, which can help us into finding a better job opportunity or our first job. So there are, as we discussed, LinkedIn, GitHub, Behance, ResearchGate are some of the platforms which act as a professional social network, which will be helping you out a lot in terms of understanding the skills that are required to go to a specific type of job, so that you can improve it related to the skill aspect or maybe the certification aspect. And why these professional social networks are important? Because most of the jobs are being followed through networking, and based on which your profile generally gives a better understanding of an individual when they are going to check out your profile. So that is why creating a profile is very important. So what building your work brand requires is that, first of all, it focuses on the identity. It's like whenever you are going to create your profile, make sure you enter all the information that reflects your own strengths. So, for example, it should not be the case that you are experienced in a programming language, but the job description requires other programming language, so that you can change it just to get an interview. But uh, the part is that whenever you are getting a specific job description which relates to your strengths or the skills that you have, you can go forward with the verification of the certification. So for example, you have mentioned a skill called as Python. So some of the platforms will be providing an authentication to the skill that you have provided, based on which a certain examination is provided. Once you apply to that examination and you qualify on the examination, your profile will be added with that type of information, and you will be also able to get a better visual appeal in terms of the social media networks, which focuses on connecting with employers, peers, and mentors. So this is what identity generally refers is, and also focusing on the visibility and consistency is as whenever we are preparing something or we are sharing a connection request to anyone, we should make sure that to the person whom we are going to connect, we should make sure that the message or the document that we are preparing and sharing it with the peers is of a specific format, so that one single format can be used to make a connection with each and every employer or peers based on the type of work that you want to explore. So this can be also created with the help of generative AI, but also you also have to get into understanding that this always plays a role whenever someone is getting a request or maybe a certain message from an individual. By the type of or the structure of the message, they can really understand on what type of person that is, or what level of understanding that person has. And focusing on the visibility is that whenever you are inside a professional social network, make sure, even if it is a small code that you are adding in your GitHub profile, kindly share that. So you can also refer and post inside that, and also it should make sure that you have shared the links also inside the part where it creates an understanding on the process, where once you are sharing your small to small details and your achievements in the professional social network, the visibility increases and your profile gets a better viewing angle based on the different types of candidates that are available. So this is why the visibility aspects comes into consideration, and these three things are most important when you are building your profile. And focusing on the credibility and engagement, it totally refers to the based on means, certification or endorsement or maybe any recommendation that you have got from anyone. So these refer to as credibility. So for example, the course that I was mentioning it to you previously on the first day that we have conducted, so if you have received a certification, then you can easily share your certification in the LinkedIn from the Credly platform. As we have already explained that any course that you are going to complete it from IBM Skills Build, that will be reflected in the Credly, and from Credly you will be able to share your achievements, may it be via LinkedIn, or may it be via Twitter or any of the platforms. You can share these things. So having certification or achievements or endorsements are very much important, which increases your credibility to make sure that you are among the top requirement, or maybe in the top profiles, so that the recruiters can easily view your profile. And last come the engagement part. Engagement refers not only to connect it to the employers, but also, for example, if you are looking for a job in machine learning engineer, I am saying it for an example. So if you type in any of the professional social networks, if you type a job role as machine learning engineer, So you can see a lot of people who are working in that type of field. So connecting to those people also can give you an understanding on which company they are working in, and also what type of project they are in, and what informations or maybe what skill sets are required to work on that type of job role. Because every company, if they are hiring for machine learning engineer, may it be the case that that same work is not followed in every company. That machine learning engineer can be designated to different tasks based on the work process of a company. So these things you have to keep it into consideration while you are building a social media network. So this is just a basic understanding on how to compare between networks and building multi-channel presence. Is like whenever we are working on a platform, or for example, when you are using a GitHub account. So as a programmer or as a person who is working in a field of AI or maybe of programming, GitHub repository gives you a better space where you can showcase your codes and projects that you have created. It should not be the case that it should work on only the projects that you have done, but also some complicated problems that you are able to solve from the competitions that you have participated. So these things, whenever you are sharing a GitHub repository to in your embedding your GitHub repository in your profile, and if somebody is asking you for a GitHub repository link, you can easily transfer it to them and make sure that they are able to access it, so that they can really understand on the type of codes or projects that you are involved in, which can give the recruiter a better understanding on whether you are fit for their job role or not. So I will just play a small video on to get an understanding on how these social media branding generally works on. So you can get a better clarity on how these things work on. And we will then move on towards using the professional social network to create a profile. And I will also show you the process how you can use your LinkedIn profile and download the information that you already have, and put those informations inside a generative AI to create yourself a small resume, or maybe a compact resume which contains all the information. Okay. I'll just play this video. Just give me a moment. Okay.
Tools available to you using a professional network like LinkedIn. To begin, let's understand what a work brand is. A work brand
Um,
represents who you are professionally, your
Demotivating
skills,
somebody is removing it
experiences,
continuously
and the
from
value you
classes.
bring to work and the
Mm,
workplace. It's how recruiters, employers, and colleagues perceive you.
Capitalism,
Lastly, a
yeah.
personal brand has more to do with your interests, hobbies, and personality. Essentially, who you are outside of work. While your work and personal brands might overlap, your work brand should focus strictly on your professional life. Think of it as managing content that aligns with your career goals, not your weekend plans. While creating a work brand might seem straightforward, following three simple principles can help maximize the impact. The first principle is optimize your profile. Your profile is your online resume. so make sure the headline and summary highlight what you do best. Use keywords related to your field so you appear in relevant searches. For example, if you're a digital marketer, your headline could be Experienced Digital Marketer Specializing in SEO and Content Strategy. The next principle is to be intentional about the connections you make on your work profile. Don't forget to add people, colleagues, mentors, and even recruiters from your industry. Networking is a key part of your work brand, and your connections help reinforce who you are professionally. The third and final principle is to post content regularly, but keep it professional. Make sure to share articles, updates, or insights related to your industry. And don't be afraid to comment on other people's posts too. This helps increase your visibility and shows you're engaged in the field. However, while knowing what to include is important, you must also know what to leave out of your work brand. The first area is your content. Avoid posting personal content that isn't related to your work. You should also avoid sharing anything overly political, controversial, or unrelated to what you do professionally. This can damage your credibility and distract you from your professional goals. Keep your content clean and focused on your career. Quality content is all about being consistent, professional, and deliberate. The second area to watch out for is your people connections. Do not accept every connection request. And do not make connections just to grow the number of people in your network. Remember the principle of preferring quality over quantity. In fact, always ensure your connections reflect your industry and your work. The third and final area involves using the features of professional network tools, such as LinkedIn, to enhance your brand. One such feature is the ability to publish articles. By having the ability to share your expertise in a longer format, you can position yourself as a thought leader in your industry. Most networking tools also enable you to get recommendations for your work. Never hesitate to ask your colleagues, managers, or clients to write recommendations. These carry weight and can provide social proof of your skills. Finally, you can participate in industry-specific groups and regularly engage in discussions. This feature enhances learning and shows others how actively engaged you are in your professional community. Creating a work brand takes time. The more active and focused you are, the stronger your work brand will become. So use social networking tools wisely, and you'll notice your professional presence grow.
So this was a small video which was based on how to create your profile and make sure you are engaged in the profile. So we will quickly move forward towards understanding on means using how to use your professional social network to create a profile. So this will generally take less steps, but some of the steps in some of the platforms are slightly different. If you are having an account in multiple platforms, then the platform can change based on their requirement and process of connecting with the peers or maybe the employers. So these are some of the important things that we generally refer it to anyone who wants to create a professional profile is that the profile photo should be professional, should not be means should not be of a part where means the face is not properly visible. So it is suggested that uh, the professional headshot with neutral background is always preferred. It should be maybe till till a frame where your face and your chest is visible. So that is a better profile to work forward with, which you can create using artificial intelligence, or you can take a photo. Anything is fine. And second is means once you are adding under your name the thing is that you can focus on the skill set that you are working on. If you're a student, you can refer to it as this example. For example, as you can refer to as an IT student, an aspiring data analyst, and Python or SQL. So this focuses on the role that you are currently in and the future role that you are going to approach forward with based on the skill set that you have. So this, once you add these things, if somebody puts up a keyword, your profile can come up and they can view your profile. So this is what headline generally refers to. And summary, whenever you are focusing on a summary should be short, maximum of 5 sentences. A summary should be maximum of 5 sentences, should not be more than that, which can comprise of the skills that you are having and the achievements that you are having and the career goal that you want to attain. So these three things are very much important when you are adding a summary. You can add passion, but as of now, if you add your skills, achievements, and career goals into consideration, then means when somebody is searching your profile, they can directly get an access to the profile by adding certain keywords. So once you are completed with a summary, if you are in a platform called as LinkedIn, here I will also show it to you on how you can get your LinkedIn ID, that website or maybe the link which you can share it with everyone. So here there is an option to edit also. So you can edit based on your requirement. So for example, here it is mentioned. So for me, for my profile, it is https www.linkedin.com/in, and my name is provided and a specific code is provided because every profile has a specific code that it attached to them. But you can change or you can rename your custom URL so that for example, if you are sharing your LinkedIn ID to anyone, so in that case, it is totally visible on what type of link anyone is getting. And means there is an option in LinkedIn which refers to open to work that focuses on the criteria where you are enabling the recruiters on means you are looking for a job, or means it is and public means publicly you are assigning that you are looking for a job opportunity. So this is what is referred to as the open to work scenario. And when the part comes contact info, so inside this, very important thing has to be taken into consideration is that the portfolio link that you are having, make sure it is means in a structured format, and professional email should be in a professional format. If you have a specific type of email, your personal email, make sure you use a different email ID which looks professional, which does not contain any means letters or words, should be unique to your name. That is what contact info refers to. If you don't have it, it is always better to create a new one. Or if you have your own personal email ID, make sure it reflects to as a personal means it reflects to as a personal email. No different types of words are attached to your email ID. So make sure you add all those things. So once these things are done, you can make sure that your profile is better and it is ready to be applied for. So I'll just show it to you how the LinkedIn profile generally works on. I'll just open a new page. Okay. So I have logged in to my LinkedIn profile. So this is how my profile generally looks like. So once you are entered inside this platform, maybe if you are using a browser, if you check out to that, make sure that the photo that you are checking, that we are seeing about the profile picture, it is somewhere around this part. It should not be more than this specific size. Your face and slightly your body till the chest part is visible. So this is a standardized, means standardized format for any of the profiles that you are checking out for. And make sure the background, if it is white, it is very good. If it is not white, then a neutral background is very good for you to work on. And once when you are inside this, so inside this there is an option called as profile. You can check out this. Here there is an option called as profile. So if I click on view profile, your profile will open. Okay. So this is the profile, and you can see inside this profile that as we are working professionals, for us there is a designation that is attached to that, and based on which if somebody clicks on the contact info, they can get the contact info. And also here, whatever places that we have worked for are shown here. And also you can see here the public profile and URL. You can see there it's in linkedin.com with my name and a specific code that is mentioned. So if you want to edit this profile, you can click on that and you can edit the profile. You can see you can edit your custom HTML, here edit your custom URL. So if you click on this, it will ask you can custom URL contains 3 to 100 letters or numbers. Please do not use spaces, symbols or characters. So as I have renamed it myself with a name, I can add one more thing, is I can add my skill also. So that also can work. Based on that, if you click on save, if you click on save, your URL will be ready to be shared. You can share it with anyone. So this is a way where you can work on the part where it reflects onto your profile. So then I will just move on towards the presentation. Then we will quickly go forward towards the other aspects of learning. So here, as you can see, here it is mentioned with your name on your current position that you are having, an aspiring data analyst, the role that you want to focus on, and the skill. And also here the location you can see. And this also gives you an understanding that if somebody is going through your profile, they can directly see from here the basic skills that you are having and the type of role that you are searching for. Okay. Okay, and there are certain scenarios where you can use your industry groups or or artificial intelligence for networking. Is that, for example, if you want to get, I have also got some of the very good groups by just typing out the keyword. Uh, where more than 10,000 plus members were present. That is why whenever I am going to my profile, I can get a certain engagement related to some of the questionnaires. So that group posts questions every day related to machine learning. So based on which, by answering that, I also get a confidence on the understanding of the concepts that I have. So this is what it is very good for us also to focus on those type of groups where we are adding information, and also there are certain groups that are present who basically post job postings from a specific location. So for example, if all of you are from Telangana and Andhra Pradesh, so the means the job roles that are present in Hyderabad, if you are looking for job postings in Hyderabad, so there is a group in LinkedIn. You can join that group. So every day they'll be posting if there is a walk-in or if there is an online interview, you have to apply for that. So these things will be giving you a better opportunity in order to search for a job in a different way. And whenever you are going forward towards means sometimes you will be getting emails related to any of the events that you are attending. So make sure if that event is free to attend, you can go ahead and you can attend those events. So sometimes there is a means basic meetups that happen. So when these type of meetups happen, based on the technology skills that they are doing on, so you can expect not only students but also professionals who have attended that session. So you can get information from them, you can get their contact ID, that you can get their means information, so that it will be easier for you to send resume directly. Because if they have a job requirement and they have communicated with you and are convinced that you are having a basic type of knowledge, so they can directly approach you in that scenario. So these are some of the ways where you can improve your networking part, and also make sure that you are a part of that organization or maybe that group where these similar skills discussions are happening. I'll just open and share it to you so that you get an idea. I will just search one more thing and show it to you. Um, So you can see here, if I'm typing machine learning, so there is an option called machine learning community. So you can see, so if you click on this, so you can see I am following this group, and in this part, in this community, what this community does is, you can see based on that the certain groups are mentioned. So inside these groups, I can get a basic understanding and the post. So you can see one of the individual who is a part of this community has just published the first machine learning paper review. As you can see, this is a student, a student from a school. He has means published his new machine learning paper. So that's why he has shared it to us. So that way you can also get an understanding on how it things works on. And this is a freelancer, you can see a freelancer who has created few things. So this is what I am speaking about, is if you are on this page, if you join a community, so this community can help you out in terms of getting information and also getting into connection. So on the left hand side you can see, so you can search based on groups, based on posts, based on companies, based on peoples, based on jobs you can get out. So for example, this machine learning community is there, so I am clicking on the jobs. So you can see based on the machine learning community, some people who are a part of this community have shared means roles of machine learning scientist, machine learning scientist. These are some of the companies that means that are searching for the jobs. So if you are looking for courses, so for example, you are looking for courses, beginner, intermediate, less than 1 hour, 3 hours. So here you can see the course and also course duration also they have shared it. So here also you can get an opportunity to gain insights on certain courses which you think may be monetary based, but it would be free of cost based on their recommendation that they have provided. Because there are certain courses that I have also done, which are recommended by some of the individuals, and through them, when I have joined the course, I didn't pay a single amount of money. So this is also better opportunity for you also to get an understanding. And also, once you connect through that, you will get a better means better view of what is happening in the current scenario and how you can improve a few things inside this. So this is what having a networking is all about. And obviously, all of you, there is means less description that has to be provided based on your education history, because the detailed education history that you provide, it is better, because uh, some of the nowadays it is not common, but in earlier times, who are the students who are from a reputed institute are preferred more, based on the name of the institute, and also based on the percentage of marks that somebody has scored. But it is not the case now, but it is always good to showcase your education in your profile. So
And Debashish,
yes.
I want to add one thing over here before proceeding.
Yes, yes.
Let's let's take a quick check with the students what we have covered so far. Have they understood? So
Sure, sure.
let's take a rapid round where you can ask few questions directly to students and they'll write in the chat section. So we can also see how many of them are active, right?
Yes, sure.
Uh, how many of you have LinkedIn profile? Please write yes in the chat section. Guys, quick. You need to write in the chat section. Okay, many of you have. Great. Wonderful, wonderful. We are getting a good response. And do you know what type of profile you need to put on the LinkedIn profile? Can you upload a selfie? Yes or no? Where the full body is visible? No. Then what is recommended? Your face should be visible, right? Your face should be visible and it should be focused. So anyone can check, see the professionalism and accordingly make a perception, because first impression is the last impression. Once a person see your profile picture, then they'll judge you on the basis of your profile, right? The flowers picture or the anime character pictures or the some cartoon characters, you should avoid such pictures, or the god images, religious images. You don't need to put such things on the LinkedIn, right? Always put a good photograph in a zoomed view where only your face or till like your chest is visible, not more than that. And it should be focused, right? And your profile should be neat and clean, and all the information which you are putting, that should be very crystal clear, right? Now sir will cover how you can get those things. Okay, over to you, Debashish. You want to ask questions? Please go ahead.
Yes, yes, sure. So these are some of the things which are very important, but it feels like it is a basic thing to work on. But when you see a profile, it is means it creates a lot of impact. If I am seeing somebody's profile, um, based on the profile, based on the education background, based on the skill set that an individual is having, you can quickly visualize a person on what type of work that an individual can do. So that is why adding information, adding education history, not only related to the fields that you have worked on, even you can share your achievements. And also you can any of the competitions that you have participated in your college, or any type of achievements that you have got during your college period, you can share it in the education history. So that also creates an impact on your viewing of your profile. So this also you can try it out. So there are some multiple ways that we can also check it out when we are moving forward with that. And also I will show you from your LinkedIn how, if you have a completed profile in LinkedIn, how you can download your LinkedIn profile, because from LinkedIn profile you cannot directly create a resume related to the skill set that you have added, but you but you can, what you can do is you can go to your profile and you can create a PDF format of your LinkedIn profile, and that you can add it inside of generative AI, based on which your means you know your resume would be created. And also there are certain keywords that always we will take it into consideration while we are creating some means you know some job specific roles related resume, so that can always come in handy whenever we are using these scenarios. So moving on towards the experiences section, uh, uh, if you are a fresher, or maybe if you haven't worked in any of the means you know technological field or in any of the companies, so for that also it is not the case that you cannot add any experiences. If you are a part of a capstone project anywhere, for any type of project, for any type of event, you can add your experiences there. So, for example, if you have attended a hackathon which happened in your college, which was organized by some of the institutes, you can write your experiences that you had participated. You ha- so you can write that scenario, because uh, experiences should not be reflecting only to the work that you are doing, but if you are involved in any type of project, that experience can always count. And experiences will always matter whenever somebody is viewing your profile. So for example, the first example that I provided it to you is that if you are participating in any hackathon, that experiences can count. If you are participating in any of the internships provided by any of the companies, that can also be added as your experience. So keep it a note that I am referring to the individuals, those who haven't joined a workforce, those who haven't joined a company, but have participated in hackathons, but have participated in internships, or participated in a capstone project event. So these types of events, or maybe internships if you are doing, or maybe if you are working on means you know a certain company, and you have applied for an internship and you have got an internship for 6 months, so that can also add as an experience. So these are the things that you can add in your experiences before you have joined a company. So if somebody sees your profile, they can really understand on within the college period time, you not only have worked on to improving your scores or maybe completing your studies, but also what you have done is you have also participated in some of the events which gave you an exposure. Yes. So here there are certain things that are key to get a better better understanding of your experiences that you have are adding. So once you have started adding those profiles, first of all, giving you an example of a hackathon that you have added. So inside the experiences, you can tell your story inside that. A story should not be related to the project that you have participated in the hackathon, but you can start by writing on to the scenario where you would be referring towards, telling a story related to why you have joined that and what problem statement you focused on and how did you find out the solution for that problem. So based on which it can give someone a perspective on joining a hackathon, why it was important for you. So that you can add it in your story, followed by the highlight impact. So highlight impact is referring to mm, here it is mentioned as like matrices like increased efficiency by 20%. So that totally refers to the job role if somebody is doing. But if you have participated in any hackathon or maybe a capstone or maybe an internship, in that internship what type of work you have done and whether that work had an impact, if that work had an impact on some user or maybe some product, it is very good that you add these things here. So once this is done, you can quickly move forward to the soft skills that you have added. So maybe inside these hackathons and also inside these internships, it is not it is not focused on the type of work that you are doing, but also it is also focused on the type of communication that you had with your team members during that same process. So based on that, you can share one scenario by which they can get a clearer understanding on the type of project that you have done and the role that you are involved in, which will give you a better insight also, as well as the viewer who is viewing your profile, they can get a better understanding on the type of soft skills that you are having. So here you can see what counts as an experience is referred to as academic projects that I was referring, maybe a capstone project or maybe a hackathon that you are participating in, internships or attachment, part-time work or temporary work, volunteer work, campus leadership, and also personal projects. If you are doing freelance, then you can add it. So these are some of the important things that you can add, which can count as an experience, even if you have not joined the workforce. So basically, for college students, academic projects are most important to be added as an experience. Internship is the second most important. If you are involved in temporary work or voluntary work, that you can add. So you can add those things. And like if you are involved in any freelancing work or you have created your personal projects, that also can be showcased as an experience. So these things you can add it, and also you can also expect that these are very good in terms of understanding and exploring in terms of creating a better profile once you move forward with your experiences. And there are some small aspects. There are These are not that important, but also providing a part where even if uh, some work doesn't count as an experience, this, this also can refer to as your work process whenever you are executing a specific type of task. So, for example, this non-work activity refers suppose organizing an event. So, it can be referred to the transferable skills as from this event, like organizing. What was the thing that you focused on? Like event management can be a part of that. Budgeting also can be a part. team coordination can also be a part. So these skills you can add if you are referring to an experience of organizing a CCA event. So, and also, like for example, if you are doing a personal work, like building a personal application, for example, here you can refer to this work experience as skills. You can add it as means inside this coding, you can specify specific type of code that you are adding, and problem definition and self direction. So problem solving refers to two things, problem definition and solution. So it focuses on not only the problem definition but also the solution, because if you are building a personal application, there should be some problem statement related to that, because you, by building an application, you would be solving something. And to solve that thing, why did you come up with the solution for that also can be mentioned inside that, based on which that application can serve you a purpose when you are sharing it into your experienced process. So this also creates a better understanding in terms of how you are focusing on a small problem and also solving that problem. So these things also are viewed most importantly when somebody is looking your profile and selecting your profile. Once they see all these things included inside that, they can really understand that the individual has a basic understanding of identifying a problem and finding a solution for that, and applying all the skills that an individual has to create something. So then this scenario becomes an ideal scenario for any recruiter to provide it, means provide a interview call for you, or maybe schedule an interview for a specific type of company. So these are some of the things which you can include in your profile, and also you can make sure that these things are up to date, because sometimes if you are working with multiple programming languages, what happens is you try to focus on one programming languages, but in the process you forget all the other programming languages. It does not mean that you have totally forgotten or you are not working on that field, but that skill set is having a gap. So what you can do is either you can make sure that you are doing continuous project with all the skill sets that you are showing, or you can highlight professional skills, or maybe you can highlight that a specific type of skill you are using a lot, and this is based on which you are creating something, so that an individual, when they are going for your profile and they are checking out your profile, they can really understand on the knowledge that you have, and the better excelled knowledge you are having in a specific type of field. So this gives them a basic understanding on how means how skilled you are in a specific specific environment. And yes, moving on towards the skill section and best practices, it is always discussed that in the previous parts I discussed that you can add multiple skills, but for that also you have to make sure that the level of knowledge that you are adding. For other platforms and for LinkedIn also, they have a skill examination where if you want to showcase your skill, you want to verify your skill, you have to give a proper examination. So what you can do is inside the technical skills, you can add all the skills that you are having. And if some assessment is provided by LinkedIn, you can go forward with the assessment part and make sure you qualify that assessment, based on which a skill will be added to your profile. So this is some of the things that you can add. And skill categories not only refer to the technical skill, but also soft skill, which can be communication, teamwork, or critical thinking, or design thinking. Because if in the previous example that we were discussing, was the part where we were focusing on one scenario where you were creating an application. So inside that, you can add the soft skills as critical thinking and design thinking, because you have understood, you have identified a problem, you have defined that problem, and then you have provided the solution for the problem. So based on which you have created an application. So these soft skills will match your project based on the technical skills that you are having. And also the tools that you are using also, it is important, because if you are working in a field, for example, working in a field of artificial intelligence. So artificial intelligence is integrated with lot of the cloud based servers that they are taking into account. But every company has their own cloud server based. Either they have taken it from Google or Microsoft, or either they have created their own cloud server. So if you are having an experience in terms of any types of tools that you are using, so it is important that you share it with the projects, or maybe the skill sets that you are adding. Because if you see the job description for any of the companies, in some they would be mentioning, you can, if you see, you can really understand on, is that they will be referring to Amazon Web Services. So nowadays, most of the companies are using Amazon Web Services. So that means having a basic understanding, or having an intermediate understanding on Amazon Web Services and working on those platforms is greatly preferred to a list of companies that they are working on. So if you have that type of experience, so you can opt to go forward with those type of companies who are working on those tools. So this gives us a understanding on how to categorize ourselves into deciding which company to focus on, or which company to apply for. And industry skills generally refers to the tools and digitals, but inside this, there are multiple work methodologies that generally are taken into account. Where in terms of industry, it refers to few things where it focuses on. I can just write it here. It focuses on developer, uh, like tester, verifier, or we can call it as also architect, data scientist, or uh, data analyst. So these are some industry skills that you are having. So if you have done any certifications based on these type of things, you there inside that process there is a workflow that is referred to every type of field. So once you have done through that workflow, you can add it in your experiences, or in your skills that you are means you are proficient in this type of industry skill. So most commonly used skill is agile methodology. So in this skills build platform, there is also a basic learning based on the agile methodology. You can focus on that. This gives you a better understanding on the work process of a company. So most of the companies, they focus on agile methodology of workflow. So, but it always differs to that. Most commonly used methodologies are agile work methodologies, or maybe in terms of business analysis or quality assurance, they are also having different types of skill sets. So here some of the some of the important aspects of deciding on which skills to be adding inside your skill sections so that it looks better and it has a better viewpoint in terms of a viewing of a profile. So for example, is that when you are adding for a target role, for example, you are proficient in three of the languages, but for a job role, one language is mostly used. So that language you should keep it in the front, and other languages you can keep it secondary. So based on which they can really understand on the skill set that you are adding. So, and proficiency also, for example, if you are adding Python, inside that you can write beginner, intermediate, or advanced or professional. So, based on which also some assessment is provided in some of the platforms. But yes, if you add those things, then if somebody goes through your profile, they can really understand on the level of knowledge that you are having. And also make sure that you don't overload your profile with multiple skills. It is recommended somewhat around 10 to 15 skills that you can add, but it should be in terms of a comprehensive manner, not into a detailed understanding. Because if you are adding certain skills, then based on the improvement of the market, because every time, every day, the digital tools are changing based on the requirement. So if you are adding multiple skills, you have to make sure that you are aware of the newer version of all the skills that you are going to use, based on which if you have around 10 skills, it is very good. You can keep updating your skills based on the latest requirement that are happening. And also, it is very much important. Don't just showcase your skills, but be confident and be honest on your skills that you are having, so that you once you list all the skills, you are able to discuss confidently based on that type of topic in any interview. So this will give the recruiter a understanding that whatever you have provided in your resume are genuine. Because if somebody starts with your with your one of the technical skills, and you for some reason you are not able to answer some of the questions, then inside the mindset of a recruiter, it can already be it can already create a scenario where they can map your resume as that individual does not have a specific type of experience, but based on the job role, as it was required, it is added. So that's why this resume got shortlisted. So that mindset should not come to the recruiter once your profile is being shared for an interview. So even if it is less, make sure the skills that you are entering or the skills that you are verifying, you are able to answer all the questions related to that. So based on which this gives you better clarity and also better exposure whenever somebody is viewing your profile. So these things you can take it into account. So some of the you can try out generative AI, based on which if you already have your resume added, so what you can do is you can just or any job description that you are getting, first copy that job description, paste the job description in the generative AI, and write based on the job description what top 10 skills should I highlight. Because on that part of the job description if sometimes the job descriptions are slightly bigger. It will take a basic type of time to to work on. And some of the prompts, for example, I have experience in specific type of skill, experience in specific type of skills, or uh, in specific type of technologies. What school what skills would a recruiter expect for that type of company based on the job description? So these type of things, whenever you are adding your resume inside a generative AI, if you ask these type of questions, you can get a clearer aspect of where your resume is and how you can improve your resume. So till this, is it clear to everyone? So these are basic parameters that once you create a profile, you can make sure that you are having a structured way of understanding. So if you move forward with the profile that you are creating, you can always improve it. It will take time, but yes. But if you keep these things in mind, it will be very much easier for you, to create a professional resume. Okay. Yes. I'm resharing the screen again. One second. I'll just show you one of the ways on how you can create your resume with a LinkedIn profile that you already have.
Tarun.
Okay. Okay. So this is my profile, for example. So I'm just going to the home page onto my profile. So this is my profile, and for example, I want to add something in my profile. So I will just go to there and view profile. So here you can see there is an option for enhancing the profile also. So it will take some of the informations based on which, and they can enhance your profile. So what I will do is, if you scroll slightly down, you can see here there are certain analytics that are provided, but we'll not go towards that. What we will do is, if you have a fully fledged profile in your hands, if you have a fully fledged profile which you want to now add, you have added all the informations and everything, and you are ready to work on your profile, what you can do is, you can just go ahead, and once you scroll down, you will get this option, add section, enhance profile, or open to. And there is one more option. If you click on here, there is an option called as save to PDF. There is an option called verifications. I will just show you the verifications. Second. Ah, so you can see, learn more about certifications. It is verifications. It is mentioned. So once I will click on this verify now button, you can see you can see my verification is done based on the government ID. 1 second. Okay, this is the verification of Aadhaar, but there is a skill verification also. That I will check it out, no problem. First, I will show you on how you can download your profile, and it will look like a sample resume, but we can improve on that. Just go forward here. So there is an option here. If you click on this, there is an option called as save to PDF. So your profile, whatever information you have added, will be saved to PDF. It will be downloaded and it will be saved. So this will be a profile. You can see my profile is created now. Second. Okay. I will reshare again. Okay. So,
Your screen is visible, Devashish. Yeah.
okay. So yes, after we have downloaded a PDF file, after I have downloaded the PDF file inside this, I can see that this PDF is created based on my LinkedIn profile. You can see the information is provided and my LinkedIn URL is also provided, and top skills are mentioned based on this, and certifications are also mentioned on this file. And here also a summary it is there. So the summary is there that I have provided based on which it has created. And the experience is also mentioned based on the education that is also present. And once this is completed, as you can see, this does not reflect as a part on as a resume. But if you want to create a resume, this certain information that we have uh, can be can be shared in terms of creating a resume for myself. So for that, I will go to the browser. I will go to the browser, and you can use any of the platforms to work with. As of now, I am using Claude. Claude I am using. So what I will just do is, suppose I am very new to working in terms of working on the resume, and I don't know where to start with. So what I will do is I will write some miss you know I will write a scenario, and then I will give a perspective to the machine so that I am really understanding on what to work on with. So what I will write is I am new to working on resume building. I'm just writing this one, and now I will write it as I have my LinkedIn profile where I have added all my necessary qualifications and experiences. I will just write, can you prepare a ATS friendly resume for me who is looking to work as an experienced trainer in the field of artificial intelligence and data science. I'll just type this one, and let's see what type of information that they are providing. So now you can see they are now asking that how do you like to share your LinkedIn profile details? Here, I will paste my LinkedIn profile text. I will fill my details manually. And as we have downloaded a LinkedIn PDF export to upload, I will click on this. And it is asking what is your experience level as a trainer. So I will just write it this smart. And which resume format would you prefer? Is functional, chronological, or hybrid? Skills plus experience. So I will prefer skills plus experience. So now, as I have referred to as I want to add the LinkedIn PDF file. So it is saying that kindly add that PDF file here. So I will go here and I will go to files. I will upload the profile here. Okay, this PDF, as you can see, the PDF that was downloaded, I am adding it here. So what it is doing, it is using my information that I'm having, but here you can see what I have mentioned is here is that I want the generative AI to prepare ATS friendly resume who is looking to work as an experienced trainer in the field of artificial intelligence and data science. But here there is also a challenge because I have written as experienced trainer in the field of artificial intelligence and data science, but I have not specified whether it is for school, whether it is for college, whether it is for corporates. So that information I will again add it in terms of once it is prepared. Once this resume is prepared, I will add it in the second scenario so that we can compare whether there is any change in the resume part or not. So as we have selected a hybrid resume, which is like skills plus work experience. So that's why it is skills plus experience we have selected. That's why it is creating ATS friendly hybrid resume for me. So you can see here the resume is created based on the information that I have provided. I have not added anything else, but I have just provided the information inside the PDF that it was there, based on which it has created a resume for me. So you can see basic information are provided, LinkedIn profile is provided, location is provided, and inside this professional summary is also provided. This they have extracted from the information that was provided inside the place. And core competency, you can see, as I have kept artificial intelligence and data science, that's why artificial intelligence is at the starting, then it is data science, then it is different skills that is important. And the professional experience is also mentioned here based on the professional experience that I have added, and education it is also mentioned. based on that certifications and technical skills. So inside the technical skills, based on the projects or the course that I was part of, I have learned all these things. So these things are being referred to it. Based on the AI domain, all the things that are mentioned is provided. Inside this LMS platforms, like training tools like LMS platforms, Google Classrooms, these were I have added because these were added inside the technical skills. So this is how you can create a resume. This is also one of the scenario where based on your experience, and if you're not happy with that, you can always go ahead and you can improve your resume for that. So as I was mentioning in the earlier part, that if I want to create a ATS friendly resume, one second. Okay. Is who is looking for is looking to work as an experienced trainer in the field of artificial intelligence and data science. For college can be a different type of resume. For corporates can be a different type of resume. So this is what you can also do, and based on which you can create your own resume. And also, if you have a resume, you can upload your resume, and you can give certain prompts, which will be very much beneficial for you to improve your resume. So these are some of the things you can try it out, because once you are working on that field, unless and until you clearly go forward towards that, you will not be able to explore more about this platform. So it is not the case that you only have to focus on Claude to work with, but there are also multiple tools that you can work with. I'll just go forward and reshare my screen. Okay. Okay. Yes. Yes, and you can see here some of the parts, like these are some of the steps that you can take it into consideration, which by which you can generate your customized resume. Like basically, complete profile has to be there. Uh, copy the job description. If you have a job description that you want to work with, once your resume is created, you just paste the resume, and also paste a job description. And also tailor my resume for this role. After that, paste job description plus resume, and align keywords, like ensure top job description keywords appear throughout your resume. Check facts and add authentic voice, like verify and personalize few things. And once it has been done, you can always move forward with running through job scan. So there is a profile, there is a platform called as job scan, where it can provide it can provide a score for your resume based on the job description that you are providing. So these are some of the things that you can try it out. So these are most commonly used. So if you explore these things, you will get a better insight on how in a better way how you can improve your skills inside this platform. So some of the things that has to be taken into account is that these structures you can add, means these you can include inside that, and by which your resume can look professional, because these are most important topics that has to be included in your resume. A header is important, a professional summary is important, and education is important, experience, skills, and projects or achievements are also important. Recommended AI tools, as we saw, that uh, you can either use Chat GPT, or you can use Claude, means to optimize your resume or rewrite your resume. Job scan is generally used for ATS keyword scoring. Resi.ai is just as a different platform, we generally focuses on creating a resume, which is also a different uh, aspect of learning. You can also try it out. So these are some of the platforms. These are some of the platforms that we have found out is giving better results related to resume parameters. But it is always open to choose on. If other platforms are giving you better results, you can always explore those platforms. So everyone is clear about these things. Just make sure you have got an understanding of all these key parameters, because uh, once you are creating a resume, you have to make sure that you have proper headers, proper professional summary, education details, experience details, skill set details, and projects and achievements you are adding. So if you add these things, even if you're LinkedIn or not in LinkedIn, if you just add these things into a specific document, if you upload that document into a generative AI and ask them to create a professional resume, they can create a professional resume for that. So if you are confused about the structure you are focusing on, multiple parameters can be provided. So that way it will be easier for you to work on that. So some points to remember before we close the session for today is like the professional networks are not only your stepping stone for your career path, but they are a number one career tool, so that you can get started with that. And whenever you are creating your professional profile, make sure every section is kept structurized in a structurized manner, focusing starting from the photo to headline to summary and moving forward to education, experience, and skills. If you haven't worked in any organization, doesn't concern you, because if you have certain projects that you have created on your own, or if you have done any volunteer work for a specific event or anything, those can also act as an experience, because it is about executing a specific type of task based on which you can assign your roles and responsibilities and explain the process. And moving forward with all these things, artificial intelligence is your companion to improve, to improve your resume and to improve your process of creating documents or creating any letterheads that you want to share it with anyone. So they can give you a guidance related to that, but it is up to you for it is for up to every individual on how they decide on working on that type of concept. And also, you should not share a single generated resume everywhere whenever you are going, because for us, you once you are applying for a company, first focus on the job description, prepare your resume based on the job description, then only apply it. Then only you will be getting a clearer understanding, and also your chances of shortlisting for that specific type of job role increases. If you share single resume in every company, higher chances are there that based on the job description, if it is scanned, then your profile may not stand out with others. And yes, last and mostly important part, if you are in a professional network connection, make sure you are engaged continuously. You are networking with your peers, you are networking with the professionals, those who are working in your interested field. so that you can also get an understanding on what are the skill sets that are required for yourself to move forward into selecting that specific job role as your career. And a task is provided to you is that when we meet in the next session, when we meet in the next class, kindly update your LinkedIn profile. We will share a form where you can share your LinkedIn profile links so that we can check it out. So if any updation or any improvements has to be made, we will inform you in the group. Okay. Okay, we are now in the end of the session. As we started late, I was able to show you some of the activities, but for some reason I was not able to do it. So not an issue. What you can do is after this session is over, you can go ahead and create your LinkedIn profile. If you do not have a LinkedIn profile, if you have your LinkedIn profile, make sure you include all these parameters that were explained during the session. Make sure this is written in a crisp format. It should not be longer. You should stick your professional summary, your profile summary to maximum 5 sentences, not more than that. And if you are showcasing some of the if you are focusing on some of the skills, if you are focusing on some of the skills that you would require to work on, make sure if it is asked for the verification, kindly provide the assessment for that as well.
So Debashish, post
Yes,
this session, we can publish a Google form in the WhatsApp group where students can
yes,
attach their resume. In next
correct.
session, we'll take few sample resumes to showcase what type of mistakes you need to avoid, what type
Sure.
of good things you have added. Okay, we can discuss those things. And we'll also attach a separate Google form for the chatbot and the website development inputs also. We'll share some templates, follow those template, create those things and attach. Okay. Resume is mandatory for everyone. Everyone needs to upload their resume. Everyone need to submit their resume. That is important and must. So each student need to submit their resume. Okay. We'll share the Google form in the WhatsApp group. From there, you can upload your resume. I hope this point is clear to everyone. Okay. We can see in the chat section there are some queries where to upload the LinkedIn profile. We'll share a Google form. There you can upload the LinkedIn profile. Any other doubts, please go ahead, write in the chat section. Recorded classes, we are under discussion very soon. We'll share the recordings with you all. Attendance already taken. We have shared the attendance sheet in the chat section. Please mark your attendance there. In the WhatsApp group, definitely very soon we'll share all these requirements. Most probably by the end of the day, we'll highly recommend please complete at least one batch course on the IBM Skillsbuild platform. Attach that batch in the given format. Very soon we'll share the formats with you. Please fill it and upload those things. Okay. Debashish, you wanna add anything? Otherwise, we are good
Yes.
to close the
Uh,
session for today.
yes, yes. So before we close the session for today, uh, uh, just remember to complete the generative AI course that was shared on the first day of the session. Because that certification, once you have it, then you can share it once we are sharing the Google form with you. And also, once you have got that certification, you can add it in your LinkedIn profiles as well. So that will give a better reach for anyone who is just typing a keyword of as generative AI. They can get to see your profile as you have completed it from IBM Skills Build. So that is
Correct.
also good.
Correct. So in next session, we'll show you how you can add your IBM Skills Build badges as a license or certification on the LinkedIn profiles. Okay. So you can post them as an achievement. You can make some post. If your profile is new, you can publish a new LinkedIn post also related to your achievements. Okay. So those things we are going to discuss in the next session. Maybe in the next session, we are also gonna cover some tips related to interview preparation. Those things also we'll cover. I hope those topics are much needed for all the students at this stage, right? So very soon we'll share those things too. Please stay tuned and be active in the WhatsApp group. Very soon we'll share all these details. Okay. Most probably by the end of the day, you'll get all these details.